This video is going to focus on the required lease contents in Nevada under NRS 118A.200. As always, I want to start with a little memory aid for you. Dr. Pet Focus. D stands for the duration of the lease. R, the rent amount, the time, and the method of payment. P is that you must address pets and children occupancy. E stands for expenses and fees, the what and the why. T is the tenant deposits and the refund terms. F are the fees for late payments or NSF charges. O for the occupants, in other words, who's living there. C is the condition report, the property condition report, and the inventory of the personal property and the premises. U stands for utilities and who pays for what. And then S is what services are included. You want to also address inspection rights, the nuisance law summary in Nevada, how to report any health and safety violations, the right to display the U.S. flag, and if there's money, people, or responsibility involved, it belongs in the lease. If you look at NRS 118A.200, it says that any written agreement must be signed by the landlord or his or her agent, or the tenant or his or her agent, and the landlord must provide one copy to the tenant free of charge. It has to have the following things: the duration, the amount of the rent, the occupancy by children or pets, the services that are included, the fees that are required and the purpose for what they're required, the deposits that are required and the conditions for their refund, the charges that will be for any late or partial payment of rent or the return of any dishonored checks, the inspection rights of the landlord, a listing of the person or persons who occupy the dwelling, the respective responsibilities of the landlord and the tenant as to the payment of utilities, a signed record of the inventory and the condition of the premises under the custody and control of the tenant. And then you have to have a summary of the information about nuisances and violations of building health, safety, and welfare. Under AB 121, you also want to remember you want to express the rent as the total maximum periodic rent, which includes all charges. You want to remember that you must separately address if there are minor children under the age of 18. That has to be addressed in the lease agreement. Remember the memory phrase, Dr. Pet Focus, and be sure that all of those provisions are part of the lease agreement. Good luck in studying for your test.